Alright, hey, Shalom. Alright, hey, Shalom. First, I'm gonna give honors to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah, Gadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles, great millstone. Peace and salutations to all my fellow Akim and Akwat out there that follow Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, with truth and sincerity. I like to say Shalom. The title of this video is gonna be called Creative Mode, Ye Are Gods. Okay, Israelites will be on creative mode. And if you don't know what creative mode is, for those older generation brothers and sisters, this is a game called Minecraft. And in this game, there's actually a mode that you can play as creative mode where you can do anything that you want. You can fly, you can levitate, you can manipulate the elements, you can create things out of your imagination. And one of the things of creative mode is spiritual power. And it was a person that said it. It says me pulling up on bro in creative mode. In this scene, I believe it's a Chinese animated movie where this person, this individual, has spiritual power. And the way how he moves is actually how, this may sound crazy, that's how the angels move in the scriptures. And two, that's how the characters, when they fly in the game, that's how they move in Minecraft. Okay, so we're going to be on creative mode. We're going to do things that the average person can't even imagine. You know, if you want to form light out of your hands, you're going to do that through spiritual power. You want to levitate and fly through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, you're going to do that. You want to manipulate the elements, okay, turn water into ice, or, summon fire, or do all types of things. You're going to do that. The Lord's going to put us on creative mode, which is another term, God mode. Okay, superhero mode, superhuman mode, or however you want to call it. But if for the younger brothers that know this game, Minecraft, and those that don't know this game called Minecraft, like I said, there's a mode called creative mode where you can do everything and anything that you want. All right, your fullest imagination. You could build a whole city with spiritual power if you want to. And you can destroy a city if you want to. So I'm going to show y'all this video of this character. And it's, Shalak, give me 1 second. Make sure my microphone is on. All right. This character was flying, but the way how he was flying was that he was moving like in the game Minecraft, like he was moving like an angel. Okay, he was moving like a god, and he was breaking the laws of physics in unimaginable ways. So I'm gonna play this. Hold on. You see how he went through the floor, man? He just made the floor pop off, just disappear. You know what I'm saying? And he's just going through levels of the floor without even touching the floor, man. And as you see in this movie, the bullets was hitting him, but it wasn't literally like hitting his skin. It was hitting like a spiritual protection, like a force field, or a spiritual aura. So the bullets, when brothers get spiritual powers, the bullets don't even have to hit your skin. It could just hit your aura, and they could just disappear, just shatter. You know what I'm saying? Like this scene right here, Esau couldn't do nothing. His sword couldn't. His sword was just nothing. It was just pieces of metal and gadgets. Just nothing. All right, I'm gonna play this again. They all aim their guns. Guns just shatter in pieces. So they couldn't do nothing. All them bullets that they shot at this individual couldn't do anything.
How many times again? Yeah, every time I'm in the
See? Couldn't do nothing. It says me pulling this dude, me pulling up on bro in creative mode, and that's what we're gonna do. All right, spiritual power. Okay. Now this anime movie, if y'all want to find out what it's called Lao Zhong Hai Ching Ji. I think in English it's called The Legend of Hei. Okay, 2019. So this came out a couple like 7. Oh, not 7. What? 5? No, 6 years ago. 6 years ago, I believe. 5 to 6 years ago. But hey, man, you know they show you, man, that spiritual power is coming to the Israelites. Okay, because you are gods. And like I said, creative mode. I'm gonna go to creative mode. Creative mode. Minecraft. What is it? So for brothers that don't know what Minecraft is, what is it? Actually, is creative. Shalaki for me spelling. I'm typing too fast. It's creative mode. God mode in Minecraft. Yes, creative mode is considered God mode because it grants players immunity from all damages, flight, infinite resources, the ability to destroy blocks instantly, stripping away the survival aspects of the game. So right now, all right, so I'm just want to go back to what is creative mode. All right, what is creative mode? That's the first thing I should have brought up first. This is creative mode in Minecraft as a game mode that grants players unlimited resources, the ability to fly, invincibility, removing the limitations of survival like health, hunger, and hostile mobs. So right, and that's what you get in survival mode, where you have to survive as an actual person in the game. But in Minecraft, in this world building sandbox game, when you play in creative mode, you could do anything. So you can't die, you can't get hurt, you can't lose health, you can't get killed, you know what I'm saying, get stabbed. You can fly and be invincible, you can move, you can manipulate the elements itself. You have infinite abilities, infinite power. And that's spiritual power. Okay? So you could do anything that you want. It says allowing it says it replaces the standard survival inventory with the menu of all items, allowing players to drag and drop any block or object to instantly create anything that they imagine. So right, you can create anything that you imagine in this game called Minecraft. Now you may be thinking, what does this have to do with this video? Well, we're going to do that in reality. Okay? When the Lord give us spiritual power, man, Jake is the salt of the earth, man. Jake is going to show out. Jake is going to fly in different ways that these superheroes, comic book writers can't even imagine. Jake is going to be moving, manipulating, creating things that these people can't even fathom, man. Okay? Okay, and like it says, removing the limitations of survival like health, hunger, and hostile mobs. And what is that? That's mortality, because you have limitations as a human. You have to survive. You have to worry about your health, your hunger. But when the Lord gives us those brand new bodies and first that spiritual power, we're not going to be worrying about that. Okay? We're not going to be worrying about that. So brothers, you know, like it says, is creative mode is God mode in Minecraft. Yes, creative mode is considered God mode because it grants players immunity from all damage, flight, infinite resources, and the ability to destroy blocks instantly, stripping away the survival aspects. All right, stripping away that mortality, because you don't need to survive. You're going to live, man, as a god. So as a superhero god in that fact. Okay? So, man, you're going to be creating things, you know, the elect brothers and sisters, you're going to be creating things that people can't even fathom, man. Starting with you brothers, man. Psalms 82:6. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are the children of the Most High, but ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes. Arise, O power, judge the earth, for thou shalt inherit all the nations. So that's what you brothers and sisters are going to do. Starting with you brothers, because the flock of my pasture is men, according to the scriptures, is men, as Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua said. So you brothers, starting with you brothers, hey, the elect is going to have that spiritual power, man, to do anything and everything. Okay? This is just an animated movie, but we're going to be doing something far greater than this. Like I said, they were shooting at the individual, was this super spiritual power dude, but the bullets was not even piercing his skin. It was piercing his, it wasn't even hitting him. It was hitting his aura, like that protective bodily force field that was protecting him. He must have telekinesis or something. Okay? But that level of power that you see right here, you're going to have that. Okay? All you got to do is keep the faith of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. So with that, shalom.